If you are a white woman and you are dating, in love with, married to a black man, I want you to listen up. There are certain things that you need to know. And I don't think this is spoke about enough. But the most dangerous thing in this world are the tears of a white woman. And if you truly love the black man that you are with, you need to know that you need to have his back and protect him at all costs, including protecting him from yourself. And what do I mean by that? My son was dating a white woman. My son is biracial. They got into an argument in public, and she started to scream and cry. And my son immediately left the scene. She was outraged. She couldn't believe my son left. My son left because my son knew that if he stayed there and this woman was crying and screaming at him, a black man, there was not going to be any questions asked. He was going to be thrown to the ground. He was going to go to jail. It was not going to be any questions asked because this white woman was crying and screaming about him. Now, I'm sure this female may have been hurt. Her feelings was hurt. She was a little emotional. However, when you are dating a black man and you're a white woman, you need to understand that sometimes your fucking feelings and your emotions have to take a fucking back seat to not cause harm to the person you are dating, that you love, that you are married to. And I'm not telling you that if you are truly in fucking danger, not to get help. But if you're just emotional, you're just pissed off, and you want to scream and hoop and holler, in public is not the time. Because that can turn out very deadly for the black man that you claim to love so much, whether you realize it or not. If you were just dating a white man and you were yelling, nobody would really pay any attention to that shit. But when people see a white woman and a black man and you're screaming, all hell will break loose. Because when white women cry, everybody responds. Even if the shit is stupid, even if it's frivolous, even if it's a lie. The most deadliest thing in this world are white women tears. I have said this time and time again. And I learned this very, very early in life. I grew up in the projects. I was raised by two wonderful black women that helped my mother raise me. So I know what I have witnessed, what I have experienced, and I know for a fact of what I speak. I learned very early in life that I could be a voice for my friends and my family because people would listen to me far more than they would listen to them. And if you listen to anything I have ever said to you on this app, if you are a white woman and you are dating a black man, you are in love with a black man, you are married to a black man, you need to know that you need to have his back and protect him at all costs, even if it is protecting him from you. Handle that shit at home if you are not in danger.
Welcome to Liya's Take, real issues, real talk, and maybe a little attitude. A woman gives advice that many white women who are married to black men need to hear. She speaks with care but also with urgency because the stakes are high. She tells them that love is not just about being together at home, sharing meals, or building a family. Love also means understanding the world that sees their relationship differently. It means knowing the risks that black men face every day and how even small actions can change their lives forever. She reminds them that when arguments happen in public, things are not equal. A black man raising his voice is often seen as aggressive, while a white woman crying can be seen as a victim, even if that was never her intention. Society reacts to those images in dangerous ways. A passerby may step in, a stranger may call the police, or a simple misunderstanding may escalate, and history has shown time and time again that black men often pay the highest price for something as small as a disagreement. The woman explains that this is not about silencing feelings or avoiding emotions. It is about responsibility and awareness. A white woman may cry because she is hurt, upset, or frustrated, but in public, those tears carry a weight that can fall directly on her husband. To her, it may be a release of emotions. To outsiders, it might look like danger or abuse. That difference in perception could mean police involvement, false assumptions, or even violence against her partner. She wants these women to understand that protecting their men also means protecting their emotions. It means choosing where and how to express conflict. Private disagreements are normal, but in public, restraint is an act of love and safety. Crying in front of others may not only expose personal struggles, it may also invite a system that is already biased against black men to act harshly. The advice is not meant to blame or shame. Instead, it is meant to prepare. It is meant to remind these women that marrying a black man is not only about love, it also comes with responsibility in a world that is still unfair. And just as their husbands carry the burden of stereotypes and prejudice, they too must carry the awareness of how their actions can influence those narratives. From the comments, you can also see how people are reacting. Someone said, "I would love to figure out how to send this to my wife without her overreacting." Another one chimed in, "Honestly, madam, having a white woman like you that knows the struggle of the black people is very rare, and I appreciate you for it." Someone also said, "Thank you, Miss Pearl. My daughter has been married to a wonderful black man for 6 years. I never knew this part of it." Another one also said, "This is so accurate. I raised my 2 biracial nephews. One of them is in a domestic situation, and the first thing she says is, 'Who do you think they will believe?'" You can also see some other comments where some are saying, "The accuracy of this video hurts my soul." And the last comment I'll read, someone said, "Truth 100%. I never understand why people think black and white is different. We all have red blood." The woman's words are clear. If you truly love your man, protect him not only with your words, but also with your actions. Protect him from misunderstandings, from outsiders who might twist the situation, and from a system that is too quick to punish them. Be mindful of your tears, mindful of your tone, and mindful of how the world reacts to both of you. At the heart of her advice is love and survival. A simple argument should never put a man's freedom or life at risk. And so, she calls on white women married to black men to think carefully, to act wisely, and to love deeply, not just in private, but also in moments where the world is watching. So what's your take? Do you agree, or do you see it differently? Let me know what you think down below. That's it for today. But hey, don't leave. Scroll around. I'll see you next time. Bye.